I am in love with this show instantly.
Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Carson.
And today we are watching Ranking of Kings, episode 1. We've been wanting to watch this show for a really long time now. When it was coming out, we got recommended it a lot, but we just were busy and didn't do it. We've heard that season 2 is going to be coming and we want to check it out. And we hope that you guys enjoy. If you're excited for us to be watching the series, please leave a like. If this is your first time finding our channel, please subscribe. We would love to have you. You can check out our Patreon to get at least a week ahead, possibly more with uncuts. Yeah, let's go. Outfit change.
Indeed. Okay, here we go.
Osama ランキングとは
Good question.
高名な騎士を数多く従えているか、国民が多く町が栄えているか、そして何より王様自身が勇者のごとく強いか、それらを条件に各国の王様をランキングしたものである。
王子、またいじめられた。
He's so tiny.
Is she just huge?
大丈夫よ。あなたは強い子。たくさんの嫌なことを乗り越えていける。そして世界一立派な王様にならなきゃね。約束。
Already crying.
Everyone's laughing at him. Who sent him out in a diaper?
I'm really interested what that little thing is that he has.
I know what it's called, and I know I'm kind of spoiled on like the dynamic between them a little bit.
I'm really curious if it's like the ranking of all these different nations' kings,
or
who is ranking them? No, it literally said it's like.
Is it that, or is he a prince and he's being ranked against all the other princes to become a king?
That's what I thought, but then it said like all the different nations that determines like how all the nations' kings are ranked or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what.
But
it
maybe
means.
it's time for a new king,
Or
and
maybe
they're trying
emperor.
to like.
Yeah, that's what I kind of got is.
Yeah.
He's in line to be king or something, and their election system is like based on proving yourself.
If you'll be like the best king.
Yeah, so they like elect you rather than just like, oh, you're the first in line. So it's all about maybe him trying to become a king. Prince's new clothes. I love the art style for this. I love it. I've loved it ever since it was first like gonna be airing, but we just never got around to it. Careful, Bran. No more climbing. Holy shit!
I don't know how he did that. He just defied gravity completely.
Bricks. How many times have I told you, no more climbing?
Nanda, お前は。おい待て！見かけねえ顔だな。それにその王冠、何者だ？とが話してるのに無視か。まあいいさ。
Hey!
Did he make that, or is he storing that in?
Can he not talk?
なんだお前、口が聞けないのか？もしかして耳も聞こえないのか？
Is he deaf?
Oh.
何？金は持ってないだと。
I didn't know.
口の動きでわかるのか？
He's deaf? I didn't know he was deaf.
I didn't know he couldn't talk or was deaf.
なぜだかわからんが。
I don't know how I understand
な
what
こ
I
と
do.
どうでもいいんだって。金が
Well,
ない
that's
なら来てる
convenient
もの
if this
全部
thing
脱い
can
でおい
talk.
て。
They must have a magical connection or something.
素直で
He's so
いいぞ。
cute.
助かるんだ。
Oh,
お前はいい
make
こ
her
と
give
し
him
てん
all
だ
his
ぞ。
clothes.
Oh, that's why he was walking back in a
お
diaper
前、
or in
見
his
込みあるじゃねえか。
boxers.
明日も高そうな服を着てこい。このことは誰にも言うんじゃねえぞ。よし、行け。
He just waved goodbye like he didn't just get robbed. Stupid.
I'll
He's
say.
disabled. He's differently abled.
He doesn't mind. He's probably happy to have someone that can understand him.
Yeah.
If he was getting like bullied and stuff in that first scene.
In the first scene?
Well, he was all like crying and all upset.
Wait, did I miss something? He was just with his mom or his wet nurse or something. Oh yeah, okay. I thought that was like a long time ago maybe, but maybe she's just fucking huge, I think. Anyway, what I wanted to pause about was the art style is really good, but what's throwing me off is the difference in quality or the difference in sharpness between the facial features that are animated versus the rest of the character's face. It's like you could see the sort of like around the lines of their clothes and their hands and stuff, the outlines. They're fuzzy because they're like the crayon or like
It's
the
like
old
when
2D
you're watching
animation.
an old Disney movie and you can see like the rock that's about to fall down.
But it's just around their eyes and see kind of their eyebrow, not this eyebrow, but his eyelids especially. Like, and I noticed that with his face even before. Not as bad with the main character, not as bad with the kid. I actually know his name, but I won't say it. Yes, and this lady. Sorry, I'll just this lady. If you see, you notice
really
it, like
see it
you
there.
really see it in like some of these people. Waste of a prince. How dare
They're so
you,
mean.
sir?
And what's really sad
He's waiting for him.
What's really sad is he can understand people by reading
read
lips.
their lips,
So like all these people are like talking shit about him, and they like think that it's not doing anything because he can't understand them, but he can. So that's really sad.
And by the way, OG is like Prince. Like remember in Rome with the Wind, they would call him OG.
Yeah.
ダメ王子ってやつさ。
So bojji, I guess, is like boy in OG.
あいつ俺をはめる気じゃ
He's actually waiting for him.
He's getting scared.
I like how he calls out even though he can't hear.
Oh, he wore like 5 layers of clothes.
So he could give him a lot of stuff, I guess. He's so cute.
Cute.
何喜んでんだお前できるのが嬉しいってなんだそんなことが嬉しいのかそうかお前耳も聞こえないし誰も相手にしてくれないのか
Don't be mean.
よくわかるね俺はお前をコケにしてんの言われつけるな何明日も服をいっぱい持ってくるからここにいてったと
He's blushing.
俺は誰の指図も受けねえよ明日も頼むぜぼっち
He's so
初めて会
happy.
うタイプだな
Am I confused? Did he already knew his name?
He told him.
How did he know that?
Because he can understand.
I know, but like,
He actually can understand him.
is he reading his thoughts or what? Like that's sort of.
初めて会うタイプだなまああいつの服は金になるし待っててやるか
It's too cute. Oh my god. He's so happy. He's just like this kid is too cute.
He's trying to be the bad guy, but he just can't.
By the way, this is the character that's voiced by Pros D,
Oh.
famous YouTuber who spoiled Lindsay on Jiraiya. This is a really good start, by the way.
Oh, he's seeing how other people treat him.
せいなんだけど
あなた、なんで裸なの？
おい、聞いたぞ。聞こえて。ほらほら、王子様は耳が聞こ
なんで耳ついてるじゃん。
え。ついていても聞こえない人もいるんです。
わからないのかな。バカバカ。
ほらほら。
ねえあなた、何か喋ってみてよ。あうだって。かわいそう。逃げた。待てよ。ないなら喋れないって言えよ。
バカ言うな
I like how the kids are kids. If you can't talk, just say you can't talk.
こいつこんなとこに住んでんのかなんか怒りが湧いてくるな
Makes me angry somehow. Why? Because he's not able at all, but he still has a castle.
幸せだよ。
本当に裸で出歩いてるなんて一体どういうことなのボッチ王子
まあ大方、
I need to read these, sorry.
本当に裸
Who is she?
She's the mother of the second prince.
Yeah, probably the blonde kid with the
どう
pointy
いうこと
nose.
なのぼっち
Mother of the second prince. So is this like a Code Geass
I
scenario?
was thinking that,
Like,
yeah.
there's multiple queen consort or king consorts.
王子
Justice Minister.
一国の王子がそんな
Swordsmaster.
目
Oh,
に
is
遭
he
う
signing?
なんて情けない
Oh.
王子がそんな目に遭うなんて
Swordsmanship tutor.
情けない
Spear of the king.
ノーマス
The big four.
その追いはぎ
Shield.
を捕まえなさい死刑にするから
Oh.
何違うの遊んでいたですって
At least they know how to
そんな遊び
sign.
がありますか
Yeah.
本当なら大
He
反
doesn't
対
want
で
his
死刑
only
よ
friend to get killed.
これではっきりしましたこの子には王になる資格がないってことがあなた服装乱れてる死刑にするわよ
申し訳ありません。
なんだあのヒステリックボインババア。あんなの覚えてない
王子
Old
王がお呼び
biddy.
でしたよあえてすぐ言ってください
I like this guy.
Yeah, this guy's cool.
I guess he's just the translator. She didn't actually know what what was going on. I thought they all knew how to sign, but no. Just this guy.
あいつずっと平気なふりして我慢してたのか。ってあれあいつどこ行った。
お前、影の一族だ。
Big
呪
four,
わ
the
れ
snake
た暗
handler.
殺一族か。絶
He's the tutor to the second
お前、
prince.
影
Snake
の一
handler.
族だ。
The Shadow
呪
clan.
われた暗殺一族か。絶滅したと聞いていた。
Part of a clan of shadow
まだ
assassin
子供
people?
だな。
That's
Did they
weird. I
capture
thought
him?
he was like a weird one-off creature.
Yeah, same. I thought he was like an enigma, but no, he has history that is established. The throne room? For a second, I thought that this was like
Oh.
a courtroom. Oh. It's like the Hunter x Hunter door. Whoa. 7th
来た
place.
か。王子。
それは突然のことだった
Orcs.
村人たちは多くの犠牲を出しながらも懸命に
Is that him when he was young? Or just a peasant?
身を隠す
Oh shit. Oh no, he's way
その
bigger.
どこからともなく
Absolutely huge.
Giga Chad.
その戦い方はまさに圧巻だった
I am in love with this show instantly.
And then did he become like,
ボ
oh.
ス王国
Oh
の
yeah,
始
he
ま
like
り
created
this
this
is the-
kingdom.
Oh, so that's not him. That's their ancestor?
お前は最近
I think that was him. He has all the same
裸で歩き回ってい
scars.
るな
Yeah, it said he was 7th place. So that was the beginning of the current king. Wait, hang on.
Yeah,
Let's see
ボ
what
ス
they
王
said.
国の
The Kingdom of Boss.
戦
Ranking of Kings 7th place. King Boss. Maybe there's multiple kings, but there's like a high king.
I mean, it said at the beginning, it's the ranking of all the different kingdoms' kings.
What do they get? Did I miss
I don't-
something at the
it
beginning?
didn't say what they got. It just said like it literally.
I know. I'm not. I'm just because you catch shit and I miss stuff because I'm focusing on different things. If it didn't say it, then
It's just saying like all the kings. I don't know in what area are like ranked against each
I'm
other.
just trying to figure it out, and I don't want to get. We're probably getting ahead of ourselves. We're probably about to find out. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything because I want to enjoy it to the highest extent possible by not forgetting the shit that we already are supposed to know.
そんなことはどうでもいい。そうなる状況を作ったお前に問題が。ボス
Cough out blood.
慌てるな。お前は王妃の忘れがたみだ。可愛くて仕方がない。しかし、わしの亡き後、思うと心が痛い。お前の手は軟弱だな。代打の手は努力と鍛錬の塊だ。お前にはのソードマスターであるドーマスを死につけた。
He's his favorite.
強くならないわけがない。ドーマス。は、より一層厳しく体上げてくれ。は、だ 鍛錬に励め息子よ行け
Seems like a good dad.
Yeah.
I love the backgrounds in this so much, I can't even tell you. This is like Undead Parish in Dark Souls.
Hey!
He bleeds. That's something.
一度主君を決めたら絶対に裏切らない。
その話はやめろ。
当時王を殺そうとした挙句一族民だよな。
So they were vassals of this kingdom.
さっさと。影に紛れたか。警戒に当たれ。大したことはできんだろうがな。
And it's cool that he's just a little kid too, to find out.
He's not impressed with the progress. Okay, here we go.
これはダイダ様。
You can tell this guy's a shithead.
Oh no.
いや、それは請求ですな。
ドーマス相手してよ。
え、私ですか。
そうだよ。お前と。
I can't do anything to you.
いや、ベベ
Domus can't do anything.
一番隊長を打ちのめしたと聞いたが、完
Oh,
全に。
or is he actually good?
Yeah, I guess he's actually good. Murderous intent.
ボス王にそっくりだ。
He's strong.
素晴らしい。
Jesus, he's really going in on the prince here. She'll give you no quarter. That face animation was really good. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
The cheeks, the way they like inflated.
素晴らしい剣でした。この方は強くなる。これこそ王の。
Yeah, but I don't think this. I don't think
The
this.
temperament.
Yeah, I don't think the swordsmanship is what's gonna get in his way. Oh no.
ボッジ様。
He's gonna take his frustration out on him. This is gonna be bad.
He just wants to try.
I am afraid to cut back. It's not gonna be much of a fight. Your son is fighting. He's gonna murder the other prince.
兄弟喧嘩なんてバカらしい。
Oh boy.
ボッジ様が叶う相手では一体何をお考えか。
おい、どっちが勝つ
He
と思う
wanted a chance to prove himself.
何言ってるんだよ。一番隊長の
What if he actually just won? He was just secretly so good.
たんだぞ。
Bohan quit the order.
Wow. I guess you get defeated by a child.
What is the snake charmer doing to this child?
この試合
Wait, is he a badass too? And he's the only one who knows?
Oh, you just saw him in like a life or death
準備
scenario.
はいいですね。
Is Bojji secretly skilled?
Okay. Well, he must have taken down all those snakes.
I mean, it might just be a bait and switch and he got fucked up.
Also, I can't believe that guy was trying to assassinate him or at least like hurt him with all those snakes.
始め。
Yeah, what's the deal? Oh my god!
やっぱりまぐれじゃなかったんだ。
Oh, he can dodge really good.
He's evasive. He goes around things. He can't tackle things like his brother because he doesn't have all the gifts, like hearing or whatever, but he can go around stuff and find his own way.
Oh, I love the music.
Not even a hard
It's not
hit.
strong.
Just enough to show you who's boss.
It's not one piece of hair.
当てた。よけて当てたぞ。
やるじゃねえか。やるじゃねえか。ボッジ。
That's the end.
Cry is so cute.
Excellent first episode. Holy crap. I forgot what studio did this. That's probably why it's so goddamn good.
I wonder if they're gonna like go off on an adventure or something.
Probably. He'll probably have to go out to prove himself once things get started. I love this song.
I feel like I'm hanging out.
I love that. I love this. I love the show. This is immediately a win. This is immediately, I'm hooked instantly.
It's
I
so
want to keep
cute,
watching.
and I love the style, and the style really like lends itself to the story as well so far.
Yeah, I love a non-traditional anime aesthetic, more Western look to it. You know, I think it really does fit like the you know, it's still a little like clearly Ghibli inspired, but very like with the noses and stuff like that, the way more westernized looking Disney, sort of old school Disney style in some ways as well. I love the visual style of it, and Bojji's, I love Bojji instantly. He's such a good character.
He's just so wholesome. I love just him going and like he just finally feeling like he has someone that he can communicate with, and it's really sad. I find it really cool. What's that the creature's name again?
I think it's just, I don't think they've given a name, but I'm pretty sure his name's just Kage.
Yeah, okay.
It's just Shadow.
Kage, I like the reveal that, like, he is, and I like that we learn it right away that he is, like, the surviving child, seemingly, of this assassin
bloodline,
but he either, I don't know if he like knows too much about it or he like escaped and is like really scared because he doesn't seem to be assassinating people. He's like stealing clothes on the side of the road and money. But I also like that he's also a child, because when you see this weird like blob creature with eyes and like a weird thing, you're like, I don't know, like, is he some kind of like weird one-off creature? Is he like 5,000 years old, like this random thing just like roaming around? Like what is the deal here? But I like that we find out, and I feel like it sets it up for it to be really cute. If they're like these two kids that like no one has ever really, they've never really had any friends who can understand them, and then they get together like that. I also think it's really cool for like the mom and the dad, how they're both like absolutely giants, and then their kid is like just this tiny little thing. Like he's older than the other kid, but he's just so tiny and never.
Seems like they
grew.
die early though, because the mom died a while ago, right? Like they said that she passed away, and now
dead.
The dad, the king, is
yeah.
ill.
I wonder if it's like a disease that's going around that they both had, or
if it's a genetic thing, like the cost of their power or their size or their prominence or whatever.
And how the dad really cares about him, but like is also worried about his kingdom that he makes. He's super strong and badass, and like he made this kingdom by being like that and by being able to take on thousands of enemies at once. And if his kid can't do that, it's like, but then he has another kid that could do that, but he's super like he doesn't have the temperament to be a good kid. He gets defeated and he wants to throw a hissy fit and beat up someone smaller than him.
There's a lot going on here, and it's so far every element is like, and again, it fits the art style, it fits the presentation that they're going for, but it's the classic, the prince, like every element is there. It's like you could check them off a list. It's like there's the prince. He's got a brother who's like better than him. He's got his own disabilities, the main character, and he has to like find a way around them to make it work for him. But he has a lot of potential. The wise old king is dying and is looking for a replacement, but he wants to put his faith in the main son. But can he rise to the occasion? And then also, to get even more archetypal with it, we got Kage, who is literally, like we just watched Mob Psycho, and this honestly is giving me very Mob Psycho vibes in a lot of ways, with like how they're choosing a more classical sort of story, but the beauty of it and the creativity in it is a lot in the presentation of that, and how the differences show up, and how it's it sets itself apart is in the presentation and how it communicates everything. But we got Kage, who's literally, like we just talked about in Mob Psycho, a shadow. He is Bojji's shadow, and I imagine as they grow closer, Kage, for those who don't know, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but because I just talked about this, but the shadow is like the evil in you, or it's more your capacity for violence, and if it's left unchecked, it has the possibility to do really dangerous things if you don't like sort of take it under your wing. If you don't like learn to understand it and harness that properly, then it can take control over you, or it can lead you down the wrong path. So I wonder how that's going to work, because Kage doesn't seem like a bad guy. So we'll see how that dynamic works, because, you know, normally the main character who's like the prince or whatever having a shadow that is like the source of their strength or the, you know, the source of their power, but difficult to control. See like Naruto and Kurama or Goku in the giant ape thing that he has, or that he can turn into in early Dragon Ball. It's a classical idea, but because Kage in this doesn't seem like an asshole or doesn't seem like evil, you know, something to be tempered. It's going to be interesting to see how that's used. But like, I don't know. I'm just laying out like a lot of the more basic tropes that I've noticed and how it's setting up for a seemingly pretty standard story. But I'm excited to see how they do with the presentation. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
Some of the characters are really interesting. Like, obviously the second queen is just kind of a bitch and just wants her son to, you know, get what he deserves just based on being better.
Yeah.
This sword guy is really interesting because
he's very interesting.
Because he is the only one that has like taken the time to learn how to sign and communicate with him. At the same time, he is the best sword master in like all of the land, being and he probably feels a bit stifled that his student is just incapable, even if he's trying really hard. Like, it seems like he's trying really hard, you know, he's swinging the thing, he's trying, but it's just not for him. He can tell that it's not for him, but then his boss is like, oh, well, you know, just double down on his training, and it's like, that's probably not going to do too much, so he's really frustrated, and then he, you know, fights this other kid and is like, oh, I wish that this was my student, because then I could, like, do my job and like feel good about it. But at the same time, he still really cares and doesn't want Bojji to get beat up by this other kid, you know? So I feel like that dynamic is really interesting because, yeah, he obviously cares, but it's, you know what I mean? Also, what's kind of interesting is that Bojji's dad knows that he can read lips because he was just talking to him. You know?
Yeah, but whereas the other people, queen and everything,
yeah, and like that other guy who's like, I don't know, maybe like some kind of maester type deal in this world, like
he was the justice minister or whatever it was.
Well, and he's like, oh, well, as far as we know, he can't, and it's like, well, that's because you just don't pay attention.
Yeah.
Because obviously his dad pays attention and knows him really well and knows that he can understand, and they have their own way of communicating. And then the swords master like didn't know that, but he developed his own way of communicating with him. So I feel like there's a lot of really interesting dynamics within this whole like castle lifestyle. And then the other sword master who tries to kill him or like hurt him with all those snakes. Like those are all his snakes, and they went and attacked him.
Yeah, I wonder if it was on order of the queen.
I would. It seems like he's literally a snake. Who is loyal to the queen.
Again, very tropey type representation. Snakes equal bad in like a OG fantasy.
And I wonder
setting.
if he felt like, oh, I got relegated to like the second prince instead of the first prince, but then is now that the second prince is doing better, still feels like, oh, he's the sword master to the second prince. He's not the best one ever. But he, you know what I mean? Like,
but really, it's his folly because he doesn't see that Bojji has a lot of potential too. It just isn't as straightforward, and it might take a little bit more indirect coaching rather than just strength and parrying and this and that, rather than using swifter movement and techniques and stuff like that. Like there are ways that Bojji could learn, but if you're going to teach him in a way that's not suited to his style of fighting, then it's not going to, you know, like with any kid, it's like, you know, if the kid doesn't learn this way, but if the kid isn't like a visual learner or whatever, apparently that's not a real thing, but and you keep trying to use graphs and shit and all these visual explanations when really what you need to do is like talk to them or show them with their own hands or whatever. Like, you know, people learn different ways, so.
Or his whole thing is about, like, he's so good at dodging, but no one has ever figured this out because everyone thought that he was so bad that he wasn't, like, worthy of, like, a practice match where he could show that off. Or, like, I'm sure if he did do a practice match, with the swords master, he, like, wouldn't go all out and, like, give him that opportunity to, like, to actually dodge and like show off his skills, because he knows that he's weak, so he would, you know, just give him like super weak attacks.
Yeah, he's not taking him seriously or allowing him to express himself and see what he responds to. It seems like, although, yeah, Domas might be like a very good teacher, and he's learned to sign and he's trying his best or whatever, his bias towards like what he thinks is the right way is preventing him and everybody really from seeing what Bojji could really accomplish. And just because he's not the perfect image, the spitting image of his dad, brute force mowing down a bunch of orcs and like taking a bunch of slices and just brute forcing your way through everything, doesn't mean that he's not capable or competent. And that's again, you know, very classical shonen-y hero's journey storytelling. And I'm interested to see where it takes that going forward. Other than that, the artwork, incredible. The only thing that's still throwing me off is sometimes, it's not every shot, but sometimes there are those facial things where the eyes are way too sharp. And it's because they like, it seems like, well, just a guess, it seems like they might be animating the whole frame of the character, and then somebody else goes in and does like, because the noses are weird shape, or somebody fine tunes the expressions, and they're kind of dragged and dropped over to where the character is. So it's a different cell or a different piece of animation on top of a blank face or whatever. In some cases, it's not in every case, or it might be in every case if that's the way they're doing it. But it's very common where I'm just noticing more and more. And maybe it's because there's a lot less shading. Like there's
it's a very, very one color.
Yeah, I like it. I really like how I love the art style in every way. That's just the only one thing that I'm noticing is sometimes they slip up, and the same sort of grittiness and ruddiness to the colors and the outlines isn't applied with the same intensity on the eye features and sometimes on the nose as it is the rest of the body. So that could be inconsistent. But other than that, the art style is great. I can't tell you how much I love the backgrounds. I love the watercolor background style. I'm a huge fan of that in any show, and I can't wait to see more.
Please leave a like and subscribe. You can check out our Patreon to get a week ahead as well as uncuts. Bye-bye.